Well, it feels good to be out. What lovely weather today. And we're out on the road.
We're out on the road because we're podcasting.
When we started this podcast, we were waiting to hear about season 4. And of course, that's taken a long time. Season 4 of the TV series.
In TV land, there's lots of waiting around.
We've made the most of our time though, haven't we? Because we've squeezed out 2 seasons of our podcast. And now we're working on the 3rd one.
Yeah, and we're going to keep going, aren't we?
Yep, we are, because we're enjoying it. It's fun.
We get to meet interesting people. Some cars are good for flipping, some cars aren't so good for flipping.
It's amazing, really. I think what I find the most amazing is how many you have to see before you find one that's actually worth doing.
And you always fall back in love with cars. Going and looking at cars is a great thing to do. So shall we make a point of saying to our listeners that we are back in the same place again?
Gus.
Yes.
As you know, it's my turn to introduce the secret car.
Yes. Have you covered it up?
No, I haven't bothered covering it up.
Oh. Are we getting a bit lax?
Well, I don't think it's that we're getting lax. We're in the dream car showroom.
Yeah.
And you have probably already seen it. So I thought there would be no point covering it up.
It's a Z3.
I know.
The funny thing is, if you had covered it up, I reckon shall we get a cover and cover it up and see what it looks like?
See if it looks different.
See if it looks like a Z3.
I don't think it'll look very much different. I mean, that's quite a pronounced shape, isn't it?
Yeah. It's classically retro, isn't it?
Wow. Brilliantly retro.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, guys, got a great idea. Let's design a completely new car.
That looks like an old car.
That looks perfectly old, but with our modern twist.
I think that this car, and I know I say this about all cars, is interesting because I again went on the launch of this car.
Okay.
And this was.
I knew that because we've done one of these on the show, haven't we?
Oh yes, we have.
Then, yes.
So it was launched in America because they were built in Spartanburg.
In Georgia. Yeah, no, not in Germany. They're not built in Germany, are they?
But do you think that if you were a German manufacturer and you wanted to find somewhere to make a car in the States, Spartanburg, it's just perfect, isn't it?
Perfect. How did they come up with that name?
Well, I guess it must have been German immigrants that went there.
Yeah, that's highly
But that's
likely.
where the factory was, or is.
It is.
Well,
It still is, yeah.
Do they still? Well, they don't make
Just
Z3s.
look at that shape.
Yeah.
I mean, just that bonnet. If you just track across the bonnet.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Just look at that.
Can I just, before you get too carried away, can we just explain what it is?
Oh, yeah.
So it's a 19 PQRRS 1996, I'm going?
That was their first year. So it can't be any earlier than that.
No, because it's in a azul blue, I'm saying sky blue, which is what they were launched in. That was the launch colour. So this must be first generation, absolutely first generation.
Yeah, if it's 96,
they
started making them in 95, released in 96.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is a really early one.
Yeah. It's the James Bond colour as well.
Was it in James Bond? It was in James Bond.
Yeah.
Yes. They had the time of sponsoring it, didn't they? Mm-hmm. So we're looking at a light blue first generation Z3. And BMW. And I'm sneaking down the side. It's got the launch wheels on it, the 5-spoke wheels, which I think is quite pleasing.
Yeah, they're okay.
It's got that weird thing that they all sit a bit high, don't they? Is that an American thing?
I think it's, like the MGBs.
Yes, the American version,
bumper. Rubber bumper, slightly higher ride height, so the impact zone was that thing.
Yes.
I don't know, but when I see this, that's what I think of.
Yeah.
I think the American market needed that bigger, the higher car.
Did you like this when you first saw it?
When I very first saw them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I think you're 10 years younger than me,
my auntie had one.
Did she?
My auntie.
Your wife had one, didn't she?
My wife, and that's because, it's because when I first saw one, my auntie had it. It was like, oh my God, that's a great car. What a great looking car.
Yeah.
And then my mother-in-law had one.
Did she?
And she bought one, and it was the facelift model of this. The bigger haunches,
wider arches, yeah.
And it had come from the son of the dealership owner in Birmingham, So he had all the extras put on it. So it had M-series wheels on its steering wheel. Those are trim parts.
I bet it looked good.
And it was 8 years old with 8,000 miles on the clock. And we paid $8,000 for it.
Good grief.
Boom.
That's meant to be, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I took issue with this a bit when it was released, because I was working in this sort of car industry because I was working in magazines at the time. But I really hated that period in the 90s where everything was looking back. Do you know, it was sort of coming up to 2000 and everyone was looking back. Everything had to be retro.
Yeah, the Beetle, the Mini, everybody was
every Jag that came out.
Let's recreate the past.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, come on, guys.
I know, it was a bit weird. And so I took issue with this car.
But this is the only one that's not trying to be something that they'd already had in the past.
Hang on, say that again. This is not...
Okay, so the Beetle was trying to be the old-fashioned Beetle.
Yes.
The Mini was trying to be the old-fashioned Mini.
Yeah, although it was a great car.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not so big on the Beetle, but the Mini is a brilliant car.
Yeah.
But this wasn't trying to remake an existing Z3 from many years ago.
No, but I think it was trying to remake maybe 328 from many, many years ago. So it was trying to look like something that they had done before. Definitely.
So I didn't get that.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I didn't feel like that.
With the little vents at the side and all those things were a thing in BMW's past.
That's funny because I sort of get exactly where you're coming from, and I felt that exasperation too, but I never felt it about this.
Yeah. So what were you saying? I interrupted you. You were talking about the bonnet. What were you saying?
It's just when you look across the bonnet.
It is a great look, isn't it?
Look at that purposeful swoop to that shape.
It's very purposeful.
And it's like...
Could actually be a different car looking from here.
Yes. But look at this. You see this bit here, this great big bulge?
Will's looking at the
clearly
wheel
see
arch.
where the wheel's going to be.
Yeah, true. The wheel arch on the passenger side, on the bonnet in actual fact. And I'm assuming that bonnet all lifts up from the front, doesn't it? Or does it come up from the back?
It lifts up at the front, goes backwards.
Yeah, it's a huge bonnet, isn't it?
It is a huge bonnet.
Clamshell was a thing. Is it called a clamshell if it doesn't include the lights? Or does it have to include the lights to be a clamshell?
Oh, I don't know.
Certainly if you opened that up, it would look like a massive clamshell, wouldn't it?
Yes, it does. I'm going to call it clamshell anyway. And lights or not lights.
So do you know anything about this car? Well, I'm gathering no. Do you want to take a beat and we can find out something about it? Because, I mean, initially I'm liking it. I'm liking the fact that it's absolutely bog standard original from the launch, first year. I'm really liking all that's going for it.
Okay.
We could have a cup of tea and do some research.
This car is for sale.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, well, I do know that. I don't know what the mileage is.
Okay, but we can look at that.
I don't know the general condition of the car.
Okay, well, that's good. They're both things we can look at.
I do know what we might be able to get it for.
Great.
Which is slightly worrying because...
We've done a Z3, haven't we?
We have, yeah.
It wasn't this generation. It was the next generation with the wider haunches, wasn't it, that we did?
No, Ross had the same haunches as this. Because I was disappointed that it didn't have the big fat haunches on the back. Because I really like those.
It does look a bit skinny on the back, doesn't it?
It does look a bit skinny on the back.
Don't tell anyone.
And I think that's what the problem that I had with our one.
Shall I tell you when this... Sorry, what were you going to say?
No, it's all about the haunches. It's the haunches that really make it for me.
Well, what I was going to say is, when this car really did it for me was when they did the hard top.
Yeah.
The hard top on the M version. Yeah. That was a really special car then, wasn't it? Really special.
It did look a bit odd, but I do like a hard top. I'm not really a soft top person, so...
Okay.
There you go.
Well, shall we... Let's find... So you know how much this car's on sale for?
Yeah.
Okay.
£1,000.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep.
Can I just look and see how many miles it's done? Because I find that incredulous.
You can. The keys are in there, ready to go.
Are they? Okay. Look. Okay. I'm not going to tip. I'm not going to have.
Don't look anywhere else.
A proper look inside.
Don't look anywhere else. I know, that's amazing, isn't it?
Did you know that?
Yeah. I did.
So this is just for the listeners. This car's done 66,000 miles.
Yeah, which is good because it's the only... Because a Z3 at this age, £1,000 is not really a particularly cheap car, is it? Because they don't hold their value that well.
I wish I'd looked at prices now.
So to make this car actually worth considering, it's either got to be in super good, super shiny condition or incredibly low mileage, and this one is the latter.
It's very, very low mileage, and it's clearly been left out, hasn't it? It hasn't been used for a long time, has it?
No, there's a
tell.
fair amount of green in around the trim edges.
It's got the mould line, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I'm looking in where the shark grills are on the side of the bonnet. The clamshell bonnets.
Yeah, it's got a crack in the enamel on the badge at the front, which, I mean, that's obviously an easy fix, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. You just pick that out with the claw hammer and... Is that how you do it?
Shall we go? I think this is enticing now because, I love the first year of manufacture is great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely bog base.
Yeah.
And I know I shouldn't have looked, but I've looked at the interior a little bit, just a little bit, and I've seen what I really like in there.
You weren't supposed to look at that, you cheeky one.
But the idea that you've got a car that's only done 66,000 miles, that is the launch spec car in the colour. It's not silver, which is great.
When you say the colour, it's the same colour as the James Bond one.
Which is interesting, also.
Yeah. Though it didn't get very much airtime in James Bond, which is a bit disappointing.
I don't remember.
Mind you, at the time when I watched it, I was a bit surprised it was a German car anyway, made in America.
Yeah.
So, we can forgive them that.
Shall we play the game? Shall we go round this car? Because it's enticing now, isn't it?
Yes, because we've already
Because it's cheap enough for us to buy.
Yeah, exactly. And it's got low enough mileage on it that maybe... Because I don't think these top out the greatest of value.
No.
Which is a pity, but we've got two things in our favour.
OK, well, let's have a little break.
Cheap mileage.
Yeah, let's have a little break, and then we'll come back to this very enticing car.
Brilliant. Let's do exactly that.
So we're back with our blue Z3.
Yeah, and I'm still super excited about this because I do like them.
Super
I've got to
excited
say,
as well.
I know the colour's the original, the release colour, and the James Bond colour. I'm not a tremendous fan of that colour.
Are you not?
No, not really.
I think this colour shows the contours of car. I know Pininfarina did a colour, a very similar colour to this, and they put Ferraris in them, and they were designed to show the contours of the car because it's got a bit of a flip in it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
There's a spangle to it.
Definitely got a metallic... This is quite dull, actually, as it turns out.
Yeah, it needs a good polish, but that goes in our favour. Because, I was just looking at prices while we were having a cup of tea, or we were just looking at prices for these cars. And it seems that it depends where you look, doesn't it? Because I was looking at one place and they were from 3.5 to sort of 7.
Yeah.
And you were looking at another place and they were significantly cheaper than that, weren't they?
Yeah. And then I had a little look on some of the forums.
Yeah.
And it seems like there's a lot of these on the market.
Yeah.
So it's not regardless of how good your car is there's a lot of options out there. And when there's a lot of options, it does take the price away because there aren't that many people wanting 20-year-old or plus, 30-year-olds, 30-year-old cars.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
It's 29 years old, this car.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice because it doesn't look 29 years old. Or does it? What do you think?
I think I'm the last person to be able to tell whether a car looks 29 years old. No, this car looks smart. This car looks smart.
I think it's standing the test of time well.
It's got a bit of UV damage on the lights, hasn't it? But, which we could sort out. We know that.
Yeah, we know we can do something with that.
But those lights, though, Will. If you're down at this height, look at the lights when you're down this height. They look great down there, don't they? So we're down on our knees looking at the front of the Z3. Yeah. And again, it happens with every car. Cars that you see thousands of in your life. You're looking at one now that you haven't seen one for a bit.
No.
And now we're looking at it I'm thinking it's a better looking car than I ever remembered it. That's what's going through my mind at the moment.
You're in the right place.
Yeah, down here. Looks great from down here. Headlight height.
BMW have got that habit of clipping off the top of the lights at some point, but this is clipping the top and the bottom of a round headlight.
We talked about that before, didn't we?
Yeah.
So
that's a good look.
It is a good look, yeah. This car was at the forefront of sort of platform sharing as well, wasn't it? Because this is an E35, isn't it? Which was a 3 Series platform. And then when they say platform, in my mind, I always used to think, it's the basis of the car with but it's not, is it? It's the parts of the car, basically, isn't it? It's the suspension parts, the suspension setup. It's not necessarily going to be in the same place.
Yeah, the body shell alters, but they use all of those parts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it's a good car.
That's a good way of looking at it. Yeah. Yes. Well, they are a brilliant car. So, I mean, let's give it the shakedown. Let's see what we can find wrong with this car. Let's see how long it would take us to turn that £1,000 into something which is a tricky market.
Yeah, it's a tricky market.
Yeah.
But instantly, you can't help but think a very good clean and a buff up is going to make the world of difference to this car.
Well,
it's not had any paint on my side, I wouldn't say. It's got a little scuff on the bumper where it's taken the blue off and left it black.
Oh, you're down to the plastic underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've got a similar thing going on here, but we could touch that up.
Well, we could touch
that
up, yeah.
I would be kind of hoping, from what I've seen so far, that, this is the car that we could get around. I mean, I'm thinking rattle cans and lacquer.
On a bumper, definitely.
Just those, just touching those areas.
Don't you think the thing that would kill this car is if the roof wasn't good? And this roof is phenomenal. Do you think it's been kept inside? Because it's not like my roof.
It's not bad, is it?
This car's older than my Mini.
Yeah.
And the roof looks like it's new.
Well, I think with a car like this, you're wise to keep it indoors. There's a little bit of where it just lifts out of the plastic edging here.
There is, actually. There is on this side as well.
And somebody's been at it with that. The special glue? Everyone thinks super.
Oh, that glue.
Yeah, that glue.
Around here.
And what that does is it soaks in. And it actually does more damage than good.
Yeah.
But I'm sure with a little bit of Gus and Will gluing technology on that, we could...
Didn't you put a new rear screen in our Z3?
Oh, yeah.
Did you? Or was it the TT?
That was the TT.
Oh, OK, TT.
Yeah.
It was quite a job, though, wasn't it?
It was quite a job, yeah.
I mean, you made a lovely job of it, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but it's still quite tricky.
It was tricky, yeah. Well, that's going to be tricky as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need the right glue.
But that's tidying up technology.
Yeah, exactly. And also, that's not going to leak because the seam is further in than that, isn't it? So. But that's it. So I'm going down the driver's side. I've got a bit of a scuff here on the driver's side, just on the front of the driver's side arch, and I've got a bit of a blister coming on the back of the arch. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the start, isn't it? That's the start of it. Okay. So there's you can tell that sort of telltale starting to rust underneath the paint.
Well, I'm just around on the other side.
Is it the same? Is it the same?
I wouldn't say it's deep trauma. It's less. I would say it's less trauma than on your side. I've got lacquer missing here, and
a lacquer, a
lot of lacquer missing, a lot of lacquer missing here, and it looks like somebody's been in there with their touch-up pencil. Yes, and I think they've actually scraped stuff off and gone in there with their touch-up pen.
And again here on where the bodywork meets the bumper at the back on the passenger side.
I'm not put off because, oh look, just round here as well. So I'm at the back of the where the hood comes down into the rear body, behind the rear door at the top edge. There's a couple of scratches and sort of old lacquer peel. So that's.
They look like storage damage, don't they? They look like something's fallen on it.
They do a bit, the wardrobe.
You've got quite a wobbly door on your side too, haven't you?
Oh, that could have also been the same wardrobe.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what happens when people keep their cars parked in the garage with their wardrobes, which their legs fall off and then fall on their cars.
Yeah.
There's a dent there.
So much of this would look so much better if you put a mop over this car, though, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah. You could actually... I mean, I would say, with the areas that we've seen, a bit of careful tidying up, and a bit of careful rattle canning and some lacquer, and then, apart from that's a little bit odd.
Oh, it's got a line.
There's a line.
In the paint, right down the...
Well, so it looks like somebody's painted half of the rear bumper.
Or maybe someone's just polished to there. No.
It's not one of our jobs, is it?
No, it's not.
Thank goodness for that.
I tell you what, though, if you get down at light height, kneel down, the back of this car looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
See, suddenly I'm changing my mind about it.
It's a lovely car.
Yeah.
I think they're magnificent.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good-looking car.
It's interesting. It's got there's quite a little bit of bits and pieces on it, hasn't there? Shall we get in it?
Well, I think we could.
I'm getting in the driver's side.
You get to go on the driver's side because... Hold on a minute. I just need to grab my cup of coffee because I'm bringing it in with me.
Are you now?
Yeah, I am.
OK. Well, instantly, I can see. So when these were launched, they had this... They were very proud of this seat covering, which they called I'm just talking to the camera.
Are you?
To the microphone. No, I'm just saying that when these were launched, they were very proud of this seat coverage, which they called, I think it was called ostrich skin.
It is called ostrich skin.
It's
it looks
very
like
baggy.
a freshly plucked ostrich.
It does, like the leg of a plucked ostrich.
Yeah.
But this is very baggy.
That's
the driver's
very
seat is very baggy and very creased and
a little bit worn out. That's bad, actually.
Yeah, that is bad.
Quite bad. I've seen. That's amazingly bad, considering the car's only done 60-something odd, 68,000. How many more? What was it?
66.
Yeah.
Do you think the person who owned it was quite large?
Either that or they were wearing sandpaper jackets on the outside.
Oh, those old sandpaper jackets.
Like the old sandpaper LP cover that some punk band released back in the 70s. Remember that?
That does sort of ring a bell, actually.
Sex Pistols or somebody.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's actually a little bit disappointing in here, isn't it?
Well,
it's not been loved, has it?
You might be disappointed, but I'm even more disappointed because
Why?
I'm just about to point out the thing that always, and still to this day, disappoints me about this car.
That you've got your coffee in it and you've got nowhere to put your coffee.
I've got nowhere to put my coffee cup.
No, but that's...
Nowhere at all.
You shouldn't be driving and drinking coffee.
Because in a car like this, you're going to burn your...
You are. You're going to spill it everywhere.
Yeah, because you're going to have a wedge between your thighs, and that's going to be bad.
It is bad, because in actual fact, there's not a lot of room in here. There's not a lot of room for this seat to go back. You would not be able to achieve your normal driving position in this car without shadow of a doubt.
Well, actually, because I know there's often a problem with these cars. They're electrically controlled seats. Your seat's about 4 inches too far forwards.
Yeah, but my seat doesn't go back.
That's the problem.
Oh, I see. Oh,
mine works, right?
Yeah, mine's not working.
But one of the issues that these cars have,
I can hear it trying to work.
Mechanisms go rusty. For the electronic seat mechanisms go rusty.
Right. Well, that's going to have to be addressed, isn't it? So there's a job.
So that's a job. Yeah, definite job.
So we're already chipping away at it, aren't we?
We are, yeah.
Can I talk about the instrument binnacle, which is very, very simple with a rev counter, speedos, temperature gauge and fuel gauge. That's all you get. And it's classic where it's a binnacle, but they've tried to individualize the dials by putting a chrome bezel around them all, which seems fine to me. It's got a leather-bound steering wheel, which is quite racy. It's got a little thumb rest. What are you doing?
It won't go back on there.
That's because you've taken it off and now it's broken, isn't it?
Well, it should go back on.
Well,
hold on. I think there's...
Will's taken the face off of the... That used to be such a thing. Every
it was a security
Every
device.
radio used to have a panel, the front panel that came off, which you'd put in your handbag or your man bag.
Or your pocket. Yeah. Or just leave it hidden underneath the seat like everybody.
But now he's taken it off.
Oh, it's actually broken.
Yeah, you've broken it.
It is actually,
Oh, it's broken before you touched it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, it looks now that it's angled slightly towards the driver.
It makes you feel more like it's your part of the car to operate.
The gear lever, the leather has come unstuck from the top, which looks
like an overboiled sausage.
Yeah, we have to do.
It's like the knots come undone in the end of a sausage, doesn't it?
Yeah, so we'd have to do something with that. Yeah, what do you think? I think this interior is tidy-upable.
I think it's tidy-upable. I don't like the colour. I don't like the leather pattern.
I don't either, but it was a thing, and what's going through my mind is it's a tough market, and if you wanted to differentiate your car from someone else's car, to say that it was the launch colour, launch spec with the ostrich leather seat, it's like your TT with the baseball stitch seat.
Yeah,
I know it's different,
but that looks better than this.
It does look better than this, and it stood the test of time much better than this.
It really, really has. I think the interior of this car really lets it down.
Yeah,
it's a little bit tatty, but as you say, this is all cleanable. Your seat needs fixing.
Yeah, my seat needs fixing. The carpets need a really good clean.
Yeah.
And there's mould in the grills to the speakers. There's
and
mould
rust
everywhere.
Either that or that's chocolate.
Well, that would get a coat of paint, maybe.
Yeah, that would need to come apart and be done. But it's in pretty good condition.
It's not in bad nick, is it?
No.
It looks like it's been further than 66,000 miles.
It does,
I have to say.
I think this needs a whole day's worth of sparkly cleaning and detailing the living bejeepers out of it, because...
Yeah.
I still find it a little bit disappointing because... Because of the colour.
Yeah, but let's have I mean, in relative terms, your TT is absolute top of the range car. This is a cheap car, isn't it?
Yeah, but they were competitors for one another.
But this was never a competitor with yours.
No,
Was
it wasn't. Not an absolute chance. Not a cat's hope in hell. Would not stand a chance against the team in any way, shape or form.
No, but this was
Speed,
built as a cheap
handling,
car.
style, quality, nothing. This is a cheap car.
Exactly. It was built as a cheap car.
But it was built as a competitor to the TT, though, wasn't it?
Was it a competitor to the TT?
Well, you imagine, think about the little 1800 TT.
I suppose it was,
your bargain basement.
That's what this would have been, in
This
that
is the lowest
category,
end of the Z3 markets as well.
I mean, I haven't had a look for a long time into a base model TT of this age, to see what they're like inside now. They wouldn't have your interior. Your interior was amazing, in actual fact, for the amount of miles your car's done. But this is the other way around. The bodywork on this... Although it's proper 20-yarder, isn't it? Because actually, when you start looking, there's quite a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
Those arches that are blistering, that's a lot of work to be done, isn't it?
It is, yeah. This is a cheap car to buy, and it would have to be a cheap car to sell.
Yeah.
To get it out of the door.
Yeah.
And really, what would it take to do? Well, we haven't looked underneath the front bonnet or the back bonnet yet, have we?
No, we haven't, but it's looking at this interior...
I can see you're not good.
Yeah, well, I just think this is a lot of work in itself. And then I'm thinking you might have to buy another seat.
Yeah, and it's an awful colour.
That's in the eye of the beholder, though, isn't it? The beauty of the colour of the
and
seat.
If you did look at it, I know you've mentioned this once already, I'm just reiterating what you're saying. I'm trying to make it work, because standing outside this car, knowing that it's a really, really low mileage car, to me, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
It's a total no-brainer. Yeah, great. And all those bits on the outside, well, we can blow those in with an aerosol and and a couple of rattle cans.
Yeah. Should we have a look under the bonnet?
I need my spirits racing.
Yeah, okay. I've got the puller here.
Have you? We found it.
Oh,
well, you
didn't sound like it popped.
It didn't. No.
Did it move?
Let me go and see if it's actually had an effect on the outside of the car.
Okay.
No, it looks like it's done something.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's open. Oh, great. Come on then. Let's go and have a look at.
Da-da-da. Oh, hold on.
Oh, I like that.
This bonnet's so big, it's like tectonic movements.
Is it heavy?
No.
Has it got?
It's beautifully
lifters?
balanced.
Ooh.
It's on a parallel.
Yeah, got it.
Special mounting.
Special hinges.
Yeah.
Special hinges that
Special
do that
mounting
thing.
hinges.
And actually, fact, I seem to remember we took one of these off once, didn't we?
We did, because we had to get it painted, because it was all crazed. It was black one, wasn't it? It was all crazed.
So instantly, I'm thinking, well, it's a 4-cylinder, not a 6-cylinder, obviously, and I knew that, but it's a good-looking 4-cylinder, isn't it? Needs a bit of cleaning up, but it's a good-looking...
That looks like a chunky little lump, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
Yeah, so... and also, you sort of cast your eye around in here. Absolutely everything is original, and as it should be, apart from it's just aged.
Yes.
I can see there's one brake pipe down here which has been replaced.
So it has, yeah.
Yeah, but the rest of them are still the original steel ones.
There is that thing, isn't there, about that where one brake pipe will rust for absolutely no apparent reason, and the others don't.
It's funny, isn't it?
It's a weird thing. I've had it on the Mini as well. But
because the rest of them all look really good and really serviceable, and also even the coating on them's nice and smooth. It's not pickling up around the edges or near the joints.
There's a bit of rust on both of the turrets where the McPherson struts come up, aren't there?
Yeah, I've seen that. So
it's a bit
on
weird.
this, there's a sort of factory hole in it, and the rust seems to be coming up.
I thought maybe something was resting on it, but it's not, is it? That's weird. Or is it?
No, it's not.
Is it?
No.
Well, that's weird. That's on both sides exactly the same. That's a little bit strange. I like the fact that the engine bays are all in a base coat, aren't they?
Yeah, that's actually
base coat
quite
of the
nice.
blue. It is a nice touch.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you call it Atlantis Blue?
Atlanta. It was built in Atlanta. Atlanta Blue. I think
that's the colour, Atlanta Blue. Yeah. Metallic.
Yeah. I think I called it Celestial Blue.
Did you?
I might have done.
Okay.
Well, let's not forget I'm colourblind.
Oh, yeah, and we're not very good with blues either.
No.
I mean, at least it's not Trafalgar Blue, is it?
I don't know, is it? No, it's not. It's Atlanta Blue.
Somebody's going to write... you know what?
Yeah, somebody's going to say
Somebody's
something
going to
about
send
that.
us a BS colour chart one day.
Yeah.
And it's like, wrong.
We can make our own one of those up. Thank you.
It's gonna be like a score sheet, isn't it? So they're gonna have a picture of the car that we. Oh yeah, yeah, that was definitely Trafalgar Blue. So big cross in it, like Trafalgar Blue's here.
Yeah.
Bit of string, pin.
So let's get back to this car. It's got.
Hold on, we're only sidetracking slightly in colour.
I know. But
it's got no
coolant to be seen in there.
No coolant to be seen in there, but I think it's been in storage. So
yeah, but
that might be it. So we'll have a leak somewhere. Look for visible signs of coolant leaks.
I can't see anything hanging out of it anymore.
It doesn't actually look like the sort of car that's been apart.
No, it doesn't, does it?
No.
And that's always a good sign of something this age, isn't it?
It is,
when it hasn't been apart. There is this sort of pipe here which goes to the...
Might be power steer and cooling, that one.
But there is something leaking out down the bottom here.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, I think that's coolant.
Yeah.
Or is it? Or is it pink? So I'm looking in the gap between the bumper and the front of the car, where you can see the radiator, and there's coolant.
Yeah, it's antifreeze.
It's antifreeze, isn't it? So it has got a bit of a leak.
So there you go. That's why there's not very much in the radiator.
Because it's coming
But
out
the nice thing is, if it's down there, gravity will be on our side when it comes to diagnosis.
Yeah.
And directly above that's a radiator.
Yes.
They're not as cheap as hoses, are they?
They are not.
Well,
you'd want
clips.
Well, you'd want to hope it. Yeah, exactly.
Look.
Oh yeah, I can see
the
it
side of
the radiator. So we're both peering into the chasm above the bumper.
With the bonnet open, we can see the radiator.
And we can see that it's got a bit of a leak in it.
There's a bit of a wicking going on there, isn't there?
Yes.
A patch of damp on the side of the radiator.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is not a good sign.
No, because if you're looking at a car that's costing you £1,000 that you only think you're going to get absolutely top value 3 for, by the time you've put a radiator in it, done all the painting, done the interior...
I don't think we'd get 3 for it.
I don't think we'd get 3 for it
I don't think
either.
in this market we would.
No.
I think we... So that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we have a look in the boots?
In the rear bonnet?
Sort of just check out what's going on there.
Yeah.
And... And we... we need to then conclude.
It's interesting, isn't it, how you can start off so enthusiastic about a car, and then as you go around it...
Oh, it's got the tonneau cover.
It's got the tonneau in the boot. That's lovely, isn't it?
Well, the hood cover.
Actually, it's not a tonneau, is it? It's the cover that goes over the folded
I've been
hood.
getting that wrong for years. Always called... Oh, look, full toolkit.
It has got a full toolkit and a big battery.
Oh, but the screws, one's nicked the screwdriver and replaced it with one of those. And whatever went in there, that's a spanner. So it's not quite a full toolkit.
It's not quite a full toolkit. I'm just looking to see if there's a spare wheel under it. Oh, there's a spare wheel.
In fact, you could say it's a spanner short of a toolkit.
Some people say that about me, Will.
That wasn't me. I don't know where you got that idea from.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's an old car that survived, and I'm going to say it's survived, but it's not exceptional, is it? It's survived, and it needs work, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It survived.
So
and
let's look
at
at
more work than we are prepared to do on it.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't even looked underneath it. Should we have a quick glance underneath?
This is going to be cursory.
Yeah, it's a cursory glance.
You know
underneath.
this is going to be cursory.
Oh, because you can't see much. Oh dear. Oh, it's quite rusty though.
Yeah, the swinging arms are a bit rusty.
The swinging arms are quite rusty, aren't they?
Look at the back of the sills. You see anything there?
No.
And they do
solid.
suffer a bit with rust, these things. So having a... Right, okay, yeah, so very back edge of sills.
Yeah.
I'm on the passenger side of the car now, and I'm literally on the very tail end of the sill.
Yeah.
And I've got some blisters coming through.
Okay. I've got nothing this side.
Which would suggest there's a little bit more than just surface rust under there.
Yeah.
You might find ourselves, needing to address that.
The fixing points for the torsion bar at the back here are quite rusty.
Gus.
Oh, there you are.
I'm
Hi.
over here. Sorry,
There's his cheeky little face.
Yeah,
He's
I
just
got carried away.
He's underneath the passenger side. I call it the co-pilot side.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the camera down here so I can have a look. But the fixing points for the suspension are quite rusty at the back there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can...
I've got details here.
What
I've got details.
What details have you got?
Well, look.
Oh, you've got a bit of something in your hand?
I've got it.
What is it?
I've got a bit of the car.
Oh, it's a flake.
Yeah, but it's quite a thick flake.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Where's it from?
Underneath. It's from just inboard of the sills.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you looking here, mate?
Yeah, well, it looks the same. I'm just looking at the fixing points for the suspension. It's interesting, isn't it? I remember the death of my Forester, which I'd had for a very long time. And I remember trying to do something underneath it, jacking it up and thinking, wow, cars get to a phase where they get total deterioration under there, don't they? And it starts, and this is the start of that, isn't it? Where everything is rusting. So if you want to get a bolt off, you know it's going to crumble. If you want to get... It's all trouble, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that looks to me like this is where...
This is on that edge, isn't it?
It is on that edge,
Yeah.
I think it is, yeah.
I think we're fine. Do you know what we're doing at the moment, Gus?
Finding fault with it?
We're nailing in those last nails.
I think we are.
Yeah, they're handmade.
Yeah.
Iron nails.
Yeah.
That are literally
There's a lot of cleaning
going to
up
put
to be
the
done.
lid on this as a project. I think this car still has some viable mileage ahead of it.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
But certainly not having gone through our hands, because we would need and want to address enough stuff on the cosmetics of the car to make it, to bring it up in value.
Yeah.
And in doing that, you've then also, you're duty bound to address the mechanical side of stuff.
Exactly.
And if this car needs any patches of welding doing, well, it's just not going to be viable for us.
No, it's not.
And we can see it really is on the edge.
Yeah, yeah.
You're standing up.
Yeah. I was going to go and get the camera for...
noises. I know it. Oh, it's better if you don't make the noises, isn't it?
You made a noise. I heard you. You made a noise. So,
conclusion.
Conclusion is we would leave it, wouldn't we?
We would leave it.
Yeah. It's interesting to see it, though, isn't it? It's interesting to see something that, again, I mean, it's always the same, isn't it? Something that you used to see so many of. I do think it's better looking now than I ever remember it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm much more into it, especially base level first incarnation of.
Okay, because I think I'm not that keen on this colour. And I like the facelift one, which has got the bigger haunches.
Yes, it does make a difference.
But this is the first generation of these things.
Yeah.
So that pureness of it, it's the launch model. It's the same as the James Bond model.
Yeah.
I thought that we might come here and actually sort of see a blast from the past, which is going to work well.
Yeah.
And with the bodywork issues, it was okay.
Bodywork I can get over. Bodywork and interior is already straining it. Bodywork, interior, and underneath.
The bottom fell out of it for me when I saw the interior.
Yeah, I agree completely.
And then hit the concrete bottom of the well when I saw the underside of the car.
Yeah.
There's no money to be made in this.
No. Okay. We'll walk away. We'll find another one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
bigger haunches.
Shall we say thank you for listening?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. See you again next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
The Flipping Bangers podcast Season 3 features Gus Gregory and Will Trickett. It's produced by Dan Allam and is a Justamite TV production. International copyright is asserted. All opinions are personally held. Audio engineering is by Stephen O'Toole. We've used a sample of music composed by Moby Gratis. And if you'd like to get in touch, please visit Justamite TV or chat to us for our Instagram at Flipping Bangers. Thanks for listening.